Hey, what's up, Smarty Pants? What do you know about Spider-Man?
It's Spider-Man!
Hold on!
More specifically, how did Spider-Man get his powers? Did you say he got bit by a spider?
Ow!
Nice. But it wasn't just any spider. It was a false noble widow spider that had been exposed to radiation. And while there are dozens of scientific flaws with this plot point, it's just plausible enough for audiences to buy it. And obviously, lots of people love Spider-Man. But here's the thing. If you think the origin story of Spider-Man is cool, you're going to love hearing how radiation was discovered. And unlike Spider-Man, the story of radiation is all true.
Ooh, I want to hear the story.
Me too.
All right, strap in, because you're about to learn what is radioactivity, who discovered it, and what does it have to do with some of your favorite superheroes?
I believe he's talking about the Hulk.
Hulk smash.
It's time for another big whiff of science on
Who smarted? Who's smarted? Who's smart? Is it you? Is it me? Is it science or history? Listen up, everyone. We make smarting lots of fun on Who Smarted.
Hey kid, I got a real easy question for you. What do you call the machine at the doctor's office that takes pictures of your insides? You know, the thing that shows your bones? Is it A, a Z-ray, B, a Q-ray, or C, an X-ray? I know, I bet you said X-ray. Well, excellent. Isn't it crazy to think that a machine can take a picture of you from the outside and see what's going on inside? X-rays can tell if your hurt ankle is a nasty break, a tiny fracture, or just a sprain. So who do we have to thank for this miracle machine?
I don't know.
Dr. X? Mr. X? The X-Men? Nope. In fact, it's not a man at all. The modern-day X-ray you all know and love exists in large part thanks to a woman named Marie Curie. Born Marie Sklodowska in Poland in 1867, young Marie was a bright student who excelled in all subjects, especially math and physics. But her path to success wasn't easy.
Mother, father, I love math and physics and want to go to university to become an important scientist. Babushka, you know girls can't go to university here. It's forbidden. Then I'll go where women are allowed to study.
Marie enrolled in a secret night school in Poland called the Floating or Flying University.
No, the school doesn't actually float, but it changes locations to prevent the authorities from finding and arresting the teachers and students.
After she learned all she could in Poland, Marie moved to Paris, France, to continue her studies at the famous Sorbonne University.
Oh dear, all the professors here only speak French. Looks like I'll need to learn a new language in addition to all this math and science. Ah, math, addition, clever.
After finishing at the top of her class, Marie searched for a lab where she could continue her work. That's when she met a fellow scientist who would change her life.
Hello, my name is Pierre Curie, and I would love to help you with your research.
Marie and Pierre began working together. However, they shared more than just a mutual love of science. If you were paying attention, you'd notice that Marie Sklodowska winds up Marie Curie. That's right, Marie and Pierre soon fell in love, married, and had a family, all while Marie continued her work. She was especially interested in recent studies being done by German scientists with something new they called X-rays.
Pierre, my sweet, the unstable atomic nucleus in these elements appear to be emitting or radiating some sort of energy waves or X-rays in order to become more stable. I shall call this process of radiation radioactivity.
Clever name, my dear.
Thank you. I've also discovered two brand new elements besides uranium that emit these radioactive waves. I shall call the first element polonium after my home country of Poland.
Why, that is awfully nice of you.
And the second new element shall be called radium, from the Latin word for ray.
Oh, I thought you would maybe name it after me. Pierium has a nice ring to it.
No.
These incredible discoveries led the Curies to receive the greatest prize a scientist can win, the Nobel Prize. And you know what that means. It's time for another exciting edition of Sweden's favorite game show.
Hello, and welcome to Name That Nobel Prize Winner. We have two contestants today, Astrid and Otto.
Hello.
Also hello.
Welcome to you both. We have a pile of Swedish meatballs and lingonberry jam for the winner. So let's get started. Question 1. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? Astrid.
Marie Curie in 1903.
Correct. Question 2. Who was the first person to win 2 Nobel Prizes? Astrid.
Marie Curie in 1911.
Also correct. Question 3. Who is the only person to win a Nobel Prize for 2 different sciences? Astrid.
Marie Curie.
Correct. Now our final question. Which family has won the most Nobel Prizes? Yes, Otto.
Sorry, I was just testing my buzzer to see if it worked. I don't know.
Astrid, do you have an answer?
The Curie family.
Yes. The Curie family have won 5, count 'em, 5 Nobel Prizes. More than any other family in history. Congratulations, Astrid. You won 2 pounds of Swedish meatballs and a gift card to IKEA.
Yum.
May I share in your meatballs and jam?
Of course. In Sweden, we share everything.
See you next time on Name That Nobel Winner.
In fact, Marie Curie is one of only 4 people in history to win more than 1 Nobel Prize. And she's still the only person to ever win for 2 different types of science, chemistry and physics. She also soon became the first female professor at her former school, the Sorbonne. But even more impressive, Marie put her scientific discoveries to good use and helped save countless lives. How did she do that? Stick around to find out. So how did multiple Nobel Prize-winning scientist Marie Curie use radiation and radioactivity to save lives?
I don't know.
By going to war. Well, she wasn't fighting in the war, but when World War I broke out among 30 nations, Marie went to the French battlefields with a weapon of her own, portable X-ray machines. Since the new elements she discovered were radioactive, when their atoms broke down, they gave off invisible rays that could pass through solid matter and conduct electricity. She used them to help the newly developed X-ray take stronger and more accurate pictures of the inside of the human body.
These mobile X-ray units I have created can be driven directly into the battlefield hospitals all over France. I even delivered some myself. Look alive, boys! Mobile X-ray units coming in hot.
The portable units, known as Little Curies, allowed doctors to immediately see broken and fractured bones, damaged internal organs, and bullets inside wounded soldiers' bodies, saving countless people's lives. After the war ended, Marie went back to her lab to continue working with radioactive elements, writing,
One of my great joys is to go into the workroom at night and see the luminous silhouettes of the bottles containing our elements. The glowing tubes look like faint fairy lights.
Little did she or anyone know at the time, but being exposed to large doses of those glowing radioactive elements could be dangerous. Sadly, Marie Curie died on July 4th, 1934, of a bone marrow disease caused by overexposure to radiation. It's the reason why you have to wear that big protective vest when you're getting X-rayed. It's also why Marie had to be buried in a special lead-lined coffin to keep the radiation she was exposed to contained so it didn't harm others. Even her notebooks are expected to remain radioactive for another 1,500 years. So they're stored in lead-lined boxes. Anyone who wants to look at them has to sign a waiver and wear protective gear to shield themselves from contamination. Okay, Smarty Pants, last question. At the start of World War I, France put out a call for gold to help fund their war effort. How did Marie Curie pitch in for her country?
I don't know.
Well, they were looking for gold, so she offered to give them her 2 Nobel Prizes. That's right, she offered her medals to the French government to be melted down, but when they said they couldn't accept such a generous offer, she insisted on donating her Nobel Prize money to the war effort. Talk about a real hero.
Excuse me, do you have any comic books on Marie Curie?
Yeah, I'd buy that.
Instead, how about the latest Thor, God of Thunder?
Nah, I'm gonna go home and Google more about Marie Curie.
Me too.
Worst costumers ever.
Please subscribe to Who Smarted Today in your favorite podcast app. Big shout out to Hermione and Dennis in the UK. Thanks for listening. This episode, Marie Curie, was written by Jason Williams and voiced by Charlotte Cohn, Jenna Hoban, Sheffield Chastain, Caden Merritt, Ty Merritt, Jason Williams, Brandon Bayless, and Josh Hahn, and narrated by Jerry Colbert. Technical direction and sound design by Josh Hahn. Who Smarted was recorded and mixed at the Relic Room Studio. Theme song by Brian X-Ray Suarez. Lyrics written and performed by Adam Glow-in-the-Dark Davis. Who Smarted was created and produced by Adam Tex Davis and Jerry Colbert. This has been an Atomic Entertainment production.
Who Smarted?